I want to talk about that your voice matters. And we're starting a new chapter. And one of the things that I'm doing with this chapter of my life is training speakers. And this confirms something that I believe in very strongly, that your voice matters, because I'm going to be doing something special. This validates the training that I'm now doing. I can tell you from my own experience, I like to share with you, but your voice matters. A mother is a sixth grade teacher, and she graduated from Harvard. And when I saw her speak, her writing and how she presented it, it was just phenomenal. It touched my heart. I was overwhelmed. And I had my granddaughters looking at her. I said, you see what Grandpa talking about? Your voice matters. It makes a difference how people receive you, how they look at you. And so I believe that now more than ever, we're creating a new chapter, and being able to express yourself. I want you to write this down. I love this quote here. There's three things that I think that's very important. One, decide that your life matters. That's one thing. I want you to write this down because I'm going somewhere. And the other thing that's very important is that your voice matters. It matters how you express yourself. Mr. Leroy Washington taught me, hey, someone's opinion of you does not have to become your reality. A friend of mine, he passed last night, Stanley Squire. He was a teacher at Northwestern High School in Miami, Florida. And I used to admire Stanley. He was in speech and drama, and boy, was he a great orator. Oh, he was powerful. We graduated in 1963, seems like forever. He and Yvonne, they've been married for, I think, 50 years. And he was a great speaker and a great actor as well. But there's something I want to share with you about your voice, and your voice matters. That here's something that I want to focus on. Watch your input. Watch your input. What do you mean by that? One of the things that really intrigued me, and I was looking at information about Amanda. She came up in a household where there's limited TV viewing. Did you hear what I just said? Where there's limited TV viewing. This is the time when you look at the viewing of television and videos in various communities. This is the time, the way that these algorithms are able to corrupt the minds of people, of adults, to say nothing of children, is them watching. If you don't watch it, they can't corrupt your mind. They can't corrupt our children's mind. We have to stop allowing the television and videos to raise our children and to cultivate their thinking. That mother, sixth grade teacher, she knew what she was doing. People say garbage in, garbage out. No, garbage in, garbage stays. And it shows up in your habits, in your values, in your character, and how you live your life. And so as we think about this inaugural, that's a new chapter. This is the first morning I got up in a long time and did not ask, anything happened today? Yes, I'm going to make something happen today. I'm going to talk about the person that impressed me beyond the fireworks, and they were spectacular and they were beautiful. And I also, my head goes out to this young lady. She was powerful. She was impressive. And I think all of us should take a page out of her book. that your life matters. And I read a quote today that said, write a book that's worth reading and live a life that's worth reading about. That's powerful. And I think, there's a training that we do with kids, and we teach them how to become effective communicators, how to transform their mindset, and teach them how to dress like a prospect rather than a suspect, and teach them how to select relationships that's an asset to them rather than a liability. I think that's something more that we need to do more of now than ever before. And so, but let's talk about what's your superpower that will give you a breakthrough, the superpower that will allow you to have a competitive advantage in whatever area of life that you decide to land and say, this is what I'm going to do. And I'll say to you, your communication skills. Stanley Squire at Booker T. Washington, graduated from Booker T, but taught at Northwestern High School, senior high school in Miami, Florida. He was a great communicator. And this young lady who graduated from Harvard, when she expresses herself, she writes and she speaks. Your superpower, when Chrysler was going through a very difficult time, they hired Lee Iacocca to do advertising and promotions for them. And he brought them back. They were suffering. They were losing in the automobile market. And Lee Iacocca, because he's a great communicator, he was able to build their sales up. Your ability to communicate matters. If you believe that, now that's what has been my superpower. I don't have a college education. I didn't graduate from Harvard, but I can share with you, if you're an entrepreneur, if you have your own business, if you're insurance, real estate, whatever business that you're in, whatever walk of life, your ability to communicate is powerful, because when you can express yourself, when people hear you speak, they're asking 3 questions. Who are you? What do you have? And why should I care? And your ability to speak. Mr. Washington said, Mr. Brown, develop your communication skills, because once you open your mouth, you tell the world who you are. And now that young lady speaking, that's an illustration of the power of communication skills. And there's so many people that look past that. Studies have come out recently that in corporations, even beyond your technical skills, your ability to be able to have communication power, to communicate, to make a point, to make a sale, or to influence people, it's major. It's major. Building an organization, representing a movement, it's major. And so the other thing is about communication. People say, well, I'm afraid this. Stand before an audience. Well, guess what? Now everything is being done virtually for the most part. I speak 3 to 4 times a day in different countries and different states and cities, because I can do it at my computer. Gatherings, it's going to be a long time, I think, before people will start feeling comfortable gathering. Major corporations have people. Your ability to communicate virtually in front of your computer and to bring your personality through and your ability to connect with an audience and to deliver information that has value for them and to create an experience, a significant emotional event with your ability to communicate is more important now than ever before. Those are the people that will dominate their niche, that will dominate the area where they are. John H. Johnson was a great communicator. With just $500 loaned from his mother to start Ebony Magazine, and his ability to communicate, he built it into a $400 million empire. It's real. It's real. And so during this time, and as we are looking at new challenges from the viruses that are coming down the pike, and we don't know what to believe next, so many messages. I'm saying to you, in the meantime, you have to focus on what is it I need to do that will allow me to take control of my financial future, that will allow me to live a life that matters, that allows me to be able to impact and be able to live a life that will outlive me. These are my children behind me, and they speak, and they're authors, and they train. I want to do something that I can pass on to my children and to my children's children. I have 10 children, and I have 15 grandchildren. They call me Papa, and I have 4 great-grandsons. And so I'm not sharing anything with you that I don't do. And my kids, there was some resistance. You know, when you want to try and teach your kids something, there will be some resistance up in there, but they came to appreciate it. And they have their own voice, and they have their own stories, and they have their own expertise in the things that they're doing. And I think that we should start early, working. With our children, I'm going to have the lesbrown speak off for young people. We should start early. That I see these rappers. They have this thing where they rap. They give different raps and crack on each other. Or either talk about each other's mother. It's just different. I'm not criticizing it. That's just not my stuff. And there are speakers out here that their whole thing is shocking audiences with their profanity. That's not my stuff. I'm old school. I believe that you can shock people and have impact with people and don't have to use a lot of profanity in the process. You can make people laugh and don't have to use profanity. And so in my classes, I'm teaching people how to use their story, how to make people laugh, feel good, and inspire them, and represent yourself in a way that gives you credibility, that make people take notice to you. This is the attention economy, And so if you want to be trained by me, if you want to be able to speak and have people listen to you, your voice matters, and you say, you know what? Les Brown is right. I got a power voice in me. I need to get some coaching on how to use my power voice. And I'll teach you how to do that. It's your superpower that most people don't use. In the beginning was the word. and the Word was God, and the Word dwelt among men. Thou shalt decree a thing, and it shall be established unto you. Death and life is in the tongue. Oh, the Word. When you speak, it has power, and don't take it lightly. Don't take it lightly. So you have something special. Develop a mindset to work on you, to invest in you, and get some coaching and training on how to access your voice, your power voice. And you have a story that you want to tell. Maya Angelou, she was wearing a pair of earrings that were Maya Angelou's earrings. I know she was looking down from heaven. If you would like to be able to express yourself in a more powerful way, your voice is your superpower. And if you like for me to train you how to do that, train my kids, if you can train your kids, you can train anybody. And they hold their own. You have something special. You have greatness in you. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. This has